October the 21st. Link to Nearpods in the chat. Please make sure you join Nearpods using your first names. Kyler in the chat is saying Kyler is very happy. Kyler, let us know so we can be part of your happiness. Hello, hello. We see Amy and Davey also in the chat. Agenda and reminders. These are the modules that have been assigned to you for this week. I will go over 6.04 quiz on Wednesday and 6.07 quiz on Friday. Right, Kyler? You want to tell us more about it? Lesson targets. In this lesson, you will learn to make predictions from scatter plots using trend lines, and we will also see if we can construct and describe scatter plots. Let's get started. Want to see how much you know about scatter plots before we learn about it? It is time to climb. Choose a character. And I will hit start game now. Question 1. Identify the correlation between the data sets. Identify the correlation between the data sets. Positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation. Well answered, Jesus, Zayla, Jaden, Safa, Amy, and Brianna. Well answered. It is positive. It is going up. Next question. Identify the correlation between the data sets. Well answered, Zayla, Jaden, Jesus, Safa, Amy, Brianna, Alyssa, Davery, Eleanor. We still have 10 seconds more to answer. Please try your best. Almost everybody in the class got it right. It is a negative correlation. Very good, very good. Look at your progress in time to climb. How fast you guys are all trying to go up. Final question. Look at this scatter plot. Identify the correlation between the data sets. The dots are spread out everywhere. What kind of a correlation is it? Well answered, Zayla, Jaden, Amy, Jesus, Brianna, Alyssa, Eleanor, Davery, Zachary, Sheehan, and Marissa. Well done, Zayla, Jaden, Amy, followed by Jesus, Brianna, Alyssa, Eleanor, Safa, and Davy. Safa, I received your message about the misclick. I feel so bad, especially in a competition. So here were the correlations and their names. It did not seem anybody in the class seems to be confused about them. You all seem to be at mastery. A rising scatter plot, positive correlation, falling scatter plot, negative correlation, all over the place. Cannot say that there's any correlation. Does not seem it has any correlation. Very good, very good. Next activity is a discussion activity as always, and this is the scatter plot that I will show you. Hope join your pod, it's just fine. So the discussion or the collaborate activity is going to be timed for 3 minutes, and you will respond to part C for this problem only. The scenario says the scatter plot shows the earned run averages and the winning percentages of 8 pitchers on a baseball team. Part C, the one that we have to answer, says, what tends to happen to the winning percentages as the earned run average increases? Timer for 3 minutes will be turned on. My expectation is you will make an original post. You will comment on a classmate's post. You will use the mic and the chat to make further discussions. Let's get started. Timer has already started. Hope sees the winning percentages decrease as the earned run average increases. Part C, Zayla. Part C, this is the discussion post. Part C, what tends to happen? Davy has a response. The winning percentages falls as earned run averages increases. Davy, your post is so well written out, beautifully written out. We have Jaden's post. The winning percentage seems to go down as the earned average increases. Here's Zayla's post. The winning team's percentage starts to decrease. I can see this as the number starts to drop lower. Look at well written out responses from our classmates. Timer says 1 minute and 5 seconds more. Eleanor says winning goes down as the average increases. Yeah, Amy, that is so true. Brianna, it starts to go lower and the run average goes up. Excellent. Make sure you're going to comment on a classmate's post. You can also be using the mic, chat, to further discuss and further collaborate. This is what today's topic will look like. We will look at scatter plots. We will make predictions, conclusions, analysis based off scatter plots. Are there any other posts? The timer says it's 10 seconds more, and I am going to go to the next slide. Safa has a nice fluffy response. Safa, I like that. You got all the details. The numbers are falling. So the answer would be the winning percentage falls as earned run average increases. Safa, very well written out, detailed. Timer says it's time, and here we see Davy's response. Davy responded to part A and B. A pitcher with an earned run average about 4.2 is 6.6. Yes. The earned run average is about 5. That is also correct. Very good. Is there anything somebody wants to share about over the mic, over the chat, over the discussion? If you are still typing, let us know. Let's go move on. I'm going to, oh, Eleanor, nice, nice. Here is how the problems for this topic will look like. Question says, a company employee had to read several financial reports. The scatter plot shows the lengths and reading times for those reports. X-axis is talking about number of pages in the report. Y-axis is telling you about the time to read the report. Now the question says, which prediction of the time, notice time is the kind of prediction, which prediction of the time in minutes to read a 90-page report is best supported by the data? And we have 4 answer choices. Get started, get started. I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to think about it and answer on your own and make a good prediction. And my task is to give you feedback as you are making predictions. Brianna is kind of heading in the right direction. Brianna, yes. I will direct you to trend lines. Remember, trend lines are something that helps us make good predictions and precise predictions. I want to see you guys in Nearpod if you haven't joined yet. Alyssa, Andre, Brandon, Caden, join Nearpod, Zion, Emmanuel, Evan. I'm waiting for you guys to join Nearpod. Gabe. Caden, I appreciate that. Seems you guys are thinking, Kevin, your prediction looks like what Brianna also got. Zachary. Zachary. That is a really thoughtful prediction, Zachary. I want you to go move on and look at problem 2. Zachary, move on, move on. That is precisely how you should be predicting. Timer says 1 minute and 30 seconds more. Do all that you can do on this graph, on the scatter plot, to figure out, well, for a 90-page report, how many minutes might it take for a 90-minute report? Eleanor, I received your response, but don't just tell me this seems to be right. As a mathematician, I will have a hard time accepting your answer. But if you will prove me why you selected a certain answer, I will be more convinced, right? I will be more convinced towards your answer. Timer says 45 seconds more. As you are thinking, Royal, I appreciate you joining. Marissa, Kyler, make sure you also show me some actively working slides so that I can give you guys some individual feedback. Jaden. I agree to you, Jaden. You're the second person who has, in our class, made a very precise prediction. I encourage you to move on to practice 2. Jaden. Davy, you know you are the third person in this class to make a really precise prediction. Definitely your trend line looks very precise. That guided you to make a good prediction. Here is a slide from Jaden. Jaden, I believe, I might be wrong, I've not heard you over the mic so far. I know you're one of our new students. Joined us. Um, I think I haven't given you a chance to hop on the mic and share your response with the class. But we would love to hear from you. It seems like you already knew about trend lines. You created a very straight trend line. Your green trend line passes through most of the points on the scatter plot, and you're able to make a really precise prediction. The mic is all yours. What do you want to add to the graph that is being shown to the class? Jaden, mic is all yours. The rest of you, notice when we share school work, students' work, we want to give all the good reactions to the student. Let's see what reactions Jaden is going to get from you. Look at Jaden's work carefully and give him thumbs up, thumbs down, or any other feedback over the mic that you have. And Jaden, as the class is thinking, the mic is all yours, Jaden.
Hello.
We hear you.
Okay, so when I was making the trend line, I made sure to go through most of the points. And for A, 95 felt too low to be at 90. It felt like a better prediction for 80 pages. So I ruled out A. And for B, 105 felt too low to be at 90 based on the trend line. So I didn't go for B. And for D, I think 155 felt too high. So I ruled out D, and B felt like the most accurate prediction. So I chose B as my answer.
Very good, Jaden. And well described. You talked about each and every answer and you proved and disproved. Very good. Class, are there any questions? Are there any questions? Jaden went to 90. Notice if you are at 90, go straight up. You're still here at 110. So probably more than 110. 120 and 125, which seems to be a very closest answer. You explained it very clearly. Yeah? We need reactions. Jaden spoke about the word. Jaden shared his slide. Reactions, class. Time to celebrate. Um, Notice the trend line is the key. Jaden's trend line is super straight. Jaden also mentioned that the trend line should pass through as many points as possible to get to a real good prediction. You guys all understand? Let's go try another one, which has to do with describing a scatter plot. And here it is. And this is all the different ways you will be assessed. So here we are. The scatter plot shows the relationship between the number of nights spent in a hotel, number of nights, and the total cost for the hotel. Here is the total cost. Now you will look at the scatter plot carefully. Which conclusion is best supported by the scatter plot? Look at the four answers and pick the best one. Your 3-minute timer starts now. Amy, very good, Amy. Excellent, excellent. Go, Amy, look at problem 3 at this time. Eleanor, very good, well answered. Go look at problem 3 at this time. Hope, very good, very good. Move on, move on. Jesus, I agree to you. You are also ready to move on. Go look at the next problem. Here is your self-paced link. Move on, move on. Brianna, I was watching your work. Very well done. You did not get confused. Kevin, very good. Well answered, Kevin. You have shown me mastery. You are ready to move on. Kyler, I am so proud of you, Kyler. You read through the answer choices and you answered very precisely. Kyler, very good. Safa, I agree to you. Very good, very good. Go look at problem 3. Sheehan, I am so proud of you. You answered very precisely. Go look at the next question. Kyler, I am sharing your slide, Kyler. Although the timer says there's still 1 minute more, this is your slide. And the mic is all yours. I know it is your really happy day, Kyler. So the mic is all yours. We want to hear the happiness in the voice, and we want to hear from you what you were thinking about this problem. Here you are. No problem. Your work is stored with me. Mic is not working. Kyler says mic is not working. Let's find a classmate who will talk about your work for you, Kyler. Kevin. Kevin, are you able to give words to Kyler's slide? I think, Kevin, we have not heard you over the mic so far. Can you give words to Kyler's slide? Zayla. Zayla, does your mic work, Zayla? Definitely, I was watching your work, Zayla. You're one of the persons in this class who is actively engaged every single time. You're one of the classmates who always tries their best to learn. I would love to hear from you, Zayla. What are you thinking about when you look at Kyler's work? Do you agree, disagree, or you are wondering and have questions? Zayla. Oh, Kyler, I know. I noticed that you tried the mic and it was unreachable. Now try. I think we can hear you, Kyler. Give it a try. It was green. Are you speaking? We didn't hear it. It turns green, but we can't hear you. Class, did you hear Kyler? Mike is green, but we didn't hear him. Did you guys hear him? Nobody heard you, Kyler. Oh no, we didn't hear you. No. Amy, are you going to give words to Kyler's slide and speak about it? There's just a couple of people in our class might be confused about it. Amy, can you give words to Kyler's slide and speak about it? Seems like Amy is not ready. That's okay. Safa. Safa, the mic is all yours. Somebody gotta speak about it. Oh no, Brianna. Safa, the mic is all yours.
Can you guys hear me?
Your task is to give words to the slide.
Can you guys
Let's
hear me?
see. Yes?
Okay, so the answer would be F because it's going up, so it's like increasing, not decreasing. Because if it was going down, it would decrease.
Very good, very good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Kyler.
Okay, so these new headphones were worth it. Okay. So basically what she said, it's not decreasing, it's increasing.
Very good, Kyler. Very good. We really appreciate that, Safa, Kyler. Amy posted in the chat. It looks like he understands what he's doing in a very efficient way. Very good, Amy. Absolutely. Let's go and look at the next question. Several of you already got a chance to look at problem 3, but not everybody did. And here is problem 3. More of the questions will be about making predictions. More questions will be about making predictions because that is the bolder skill. This is like more of a bigger skill than the other one. Look at this question. It will again ask us to make some prediction for 45 guests. A catering company recorded the total number of cookies that were eaten at events with different number of guests. The scatter plot shows the results. Class, what does this wiggle mean over here? You guys see the graph starts at a wiggle? Has a wiggle at the point of origin. Why is it so? Did anybody wonder about it? Are you guys thinking about it? Do you guys know yourself why the wiggle is there? What is the story behind the wiggle? Some of you guys are really good at making the prediction. Alyssa, I'm going to show you some graphs and trend lines. Let's see. Alyssa, I will show you some trend lines. Are you ready for it, Alyssa? We saw Kyler's trend line. Now I'm going to show you a few more. But Amy, your proportional thinking is excellent. I agree to you. Let me see, Zayla, what you will be getting. Okay, Alyssa, as per my commitment, I'm going to definitely share with you some trend lines. This is Eleanor's trend line. See? Yeah, Kyler? Let's see. This is Eleanor's trend line. Trend line number 1 needs to be a straight line. Number 2, we can try to cover as many points as possible. The line needs to be over as many points as possible so we can make the best prediction possible. Alyssa, look at this example. This is Eleanor's slide, right? And we can show you Jesus' prediction. See, the line has to be straight. Jesus tried to make it straight. She will pass through as many points as possible. So you can make a prediction for 45 guests. We definitely have more. Kyler has a straight line passing through most points. So Kyler, you're here, right, Kyler? Notice at the very end, there's supposed to be 44 people, right, Kyler? Yeah, I cannot do straight either, Kyler, so I'm in the same boat as you. For 44, your graph shows over 44 cookies will be needed, right? This very last number is going to be 44. And the graph is hitting a little over 44 number of cookies. Then which answer seems to be the best answer for 45 guests? Alyssa, Kyler, these are people. But 44? But notice when number of guests are 44 over here, Kyler, your graph is already higher than 44. Your graph is already higher than 44 for just 44 guests. But remember, there are 45 guests. Safa thinks it's 48 looks right. Kyler, you also think C looks right? Safa says since it's higher than 44, it would be 48. You guys see that for 44 guests, it's higher. Kyler's graph is higher than 44. Nice. I agree to you. Let's see for more people how they answered. Royal's slide is here. Royal's graph very clearly predicts for 44. Royal, you have to say for 44. Royal's graph is so talking about 46 cookies. Royal? If I turn the mic over to you, you want to talk about your slide? Royal, very nice, good graph. Your trend line is really precise, Royal. Well done, well done. Mic is all yours, Royal. Tell me for 45 guess, what is going to be a good prediction? You don't want to? No problem. But Royal, I'm going to hear from you in the chat. Let me see what you will tell me. Zayla. Very good, Zayla. Hope, yeah? Hope, look at Zayla's chart. Zayla tried to create a trend line passing through the most of the dots. And the very last one is about 44. 44 is around 46 cookies. I'm going to go back, right? Is that making sense, Hope? Was it your reaction? Let me go ahead. I'm going to create a little trend line because that's where I can write. Like Kyler said, me and Kyler are really not good at creating straight lines, really sadly, but we will give it a try for you, Hope. Trend line will pass through as many points as possible and needs to be as straight of a line as possible. Did not go as straight as I wanted. Let's try again. Maybe. This graph problem makes you want cookies, Amy? Yeah. So notice, if we had on your star test, you have a straight edge. You should be using your straight edge so you will get more precise answers than what me and other people who have curvy graphs will get. Notice here is 44. This is going to tell you for 44 guess. Notice for 44 guess, the number of cookies for 44 guess seems to be 46-ish for most of our classmates, not only for me. It seemed to be like around at 46. So if we want to make a prediction for 45 guess, will 45 guess eat from 41 cookies? Is that going to be enough? Or 39 cookies going to be enough? Or 44 cookies going to be enough? Or 48 cookies going to be enough? Hope, what do you think? Make sure your guest not going to go back hungry. You want to have enough cookies for them. Hope, give us feedback. What are you thinking about? Let us know. We look at 44 guests. When there are 44 guests, it requires an estimated 46 cookies. But if there's going to be one more guest, can we go with less cookies? No, we cannot go with less cookies because more guests means we need more food to feed them. Therefore, we can pick C. Yes, Alyssa, Brianna, Eleanor, Jesus, Kyler, Royal, I didn't see a response from you. Zayla, Zachary, very good. We have no hope. Let's try one more. Let's try one more. Not at all, not at all. It's just about making predictions, and I know you're going to do great. Here we are. Notice we will be making predictions again because that is the bolder skill. That's the big skill for this topic. The scatter plot shows the number of customers and the number of servings of iced tea sold at a food trailer each day over a 7-day period. Here are the number of customers, x-axis, and y-axis tells you the number of servings of iced tea. Based on the scatter plot, which of these is the best prediction for the number of servings of iced tea sold on a day where food trailers has 80 customers? You are going to make a prediction for 80 customers. Everybody give it a try. I'll turn the timer on for 3 minutes. Think time for 3 minutes. Get started, get started. Brandon, I haven't seen you in your pod. Cyan, Emmanuel, Gabriel. I want to see your work so I can give you feedback. Marissa, show me your work. Shiloh, Vicky, Shiloh, I want to see you in your pod. You want to answer this one and I'm going to give you feedback on it, Shiloh. Make sure you're going to be in your pod. Eleanor, I agree to you. Amy, I agree to you. Zach, I agree to you. Safa, I agree to you. Very good and well answered. Very good. Hope, I'm going to show you how the class is answering. Hope, notice our class is going to create a trend line. See, Alyssa's slide. This is Alyssa, Amy, Brianna, Eleanor, Jesus, Kyler, Royal, Safa. We're all trying to create some trend lines because trend lines will help you and guide you. See if you can create one. I know it's not easy in the Nearpod, but we can still give it a try. Royal, I'm waiting to see which one looks right to you. Brianna, prove the one that you picked looks right. Brianna, this is going to be answering you, right, Brianna? Brianna, let's see. Royal, what you're going to type? You're going to tell me which prediction is the best one for 80 customers. Yeah, Kyler? Kyler and Brianna, you guys are thinking in the same direction. So is Jesus. Kyler, Jesus, and Brianna. I'm trying to answer you guys, right? 62 is going to be right over here, a little less than 56. And let me create a little trend line first. I'm going to try my best to create one that passes through as many points as possible. Okay. Hope, I agree to you. See, I knew you're going to get it. And let me see, Royal. I agree to you, Royal. Wonderful. Very good, very good. So, Jesus, Brianna, Kyler, we want to go for 80. Let's go for 80. Go straight up. Do you think it can possibly be 62 if you really connected the dots? Brianna, Kyler. When you go to 80 and go straight up, it kind of connects between 48 and 56. Brianna, Kyler, Jesus. Is that what you noticed? What do you wonder? Kyler, yes? And if you want to select 62, 62, notice is going to be over here. And 62 will serve actually 88 customers, around 88 customers, right? So 62 does not actually seem to be very precise of an answer for this. It is too high of an answer, too high of an answer. But 53 seems to be more of a precise answer. Most of you were headed in the right direction. Just few of you needed that. So there we are. This also marks the end of this class. There are a lot of nice, good practice questions in today's lesson. Please practice them. come back more stronger tomorrow. Thank you for joining.